There is a really good sale happening on PlayStation right now, and on top of all the discounts, there are a few games you can grab completely for free. I went through everything and pulled out the best ones. We're going to start with this list with the classic Need for Speed Heat. It's currently 90% off for $6. One of the better NFS entries in recent memory, with day racing for money, night racing for rep, and deep car customization. For just $6, it's literally one of the best deals if you are a racing game fan. Then we got Moving Out, 80% off for $5. A co-op physics-based game where you are a moving company throwing furniture into a van as hilariously as possible. The ragdoll physics and increasingly ridiculous levels make it one of the funniest couch co-op games out there. I think for $5 for this with a friend is just a great time. Then we got God of War, 50% off for $10. The 2018 soft reboot that completely reinvented the series. It introduces Kratos and Atreus traveling through Norse mythology in one of the most cinematic and emotionally powerful games Sony has ever made. The combat is incredible, the world is stunning, and the story is genuinely touching. Then we got The Sinking City, 90% off for $5. It's a detective game set in a flooded Lovecraftian city in the 1920s, where you are a private investigator piecing together a dark mystery without the game holding your hand. The atmosphere is genuinely unsettling, and the detective work feels real. Then we got System Shock, 65% off for $14. The remake of the classic 1994 sci-fi horror shooter that basically invented the immersive sim genre. You are trapped on a space station with a rogue AI called Shodan, and everything has gone terribly wrong. The remake modernizes the whole experience while keeping the original's Dina intact. Then we got Blasphemous, 75% off for $6.24. A Dark Souls-inspired 2D action platformer set in a brutal world steeped in twisted religious imagery. The pixel art is absolutely gorgeous in a dark and grotesque kind of way. The combat is tight and punishing, and the world is deeply atmospheric. It really is an underrated game, and $6 for it is just a steal. Then we got Bloodborne, 50% off for $10. One of the greatest games ever made for $10. From Software's gothic horror masterpiece set in a Victorian nightmare city, the aggressive fast-paced combat, the incredible creature design, and the deep cosmic horror lore make this one of the most unique gaming experiences on PlayStation. $10 for Bloodborne is honestly one of the best deals on this entire list. Then we got the Little Nightmares 1 and 2 bundle, 70% off for $15. Two of the most atmospheric and beautifully disturbing horror platformers ever made in one package. Stunning art direction, nightmare-inducing creature design, and masterful environmental storytelling. $15 for both complete games is a really solid deal. Then we got Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 1 and 2, 60% off for just $16. One of the best remasters ever made. Both classic games completely rebuilt from the ground up while keeping everything that made the originals legendary. The soundtrack, the levels, the combo system, all perfectly preserved. Then we got LEGO Star Wars The Skywalker Saga Galactic Edition, 80% off for $16. All 9 mainline Star Wars films in LEGO form, plus every DLC character pack included. One of the most content-rich LEGO games ever made, and $16 for the complete Galactic Edition is fantastic value, especially for families. Then we got Crash Bandicoot 4 It's About Time, 67% off for $19.79. The long-awaited proper sequel that absolutely delivers. It's got tight platforming, creative level design, and a huge amount of content if you go for 100%. The difficulty gets seriously challenging later on, but for fans of precision platformers, this is a must-play. Then we got Ninja Gaiden Master Collection, 50% off for $20. 3 classic Ninja Gaiden games in one package, Sigma, Sigma 2, and Razor's Edge. This one's incredibly fast and technical combat, and a difficulty that demands you get good. $20 for all 3 is a great deal for fans of hardcore action games. Then we got Shinobi Art of Vengeance Digital Deluxe Edition, 50% off for $20. The revival of the classic Sega Ninja action series with sharp katana combat and a style that pays real homage to the originals. The Deluxe Edition includes extra content on top, I think $20 for this is a decent deal if you enjoy classic arcade style action.
3 vampires, Galeb, Laisha, and MM, and investigate a catastrophic event that has struck the vampires of Boston. Your choices decide the fate of your characters, your sect, and Boston itself.
Then we got Vampire the Masquerade Swansong, 50% off for $30. A narrative RPG set in the world of darkness, playing as 3 different vampires, navigating a dangerous political crisis. Strong writing and world building for fans of the setting. It is more dialogue heavy than action focused, and the priciest thing on the list, so keep that in mind. But for fans of the universe, it is worth it. Then we got Aerial Knights Never Yield, 58% off for $5. This is a stylish auto runner where you are sprinting, jumping, and sliding through a futuristic Detroit with a really cool aesthetic and a great hip-hop soundtrack. It is short, but it is slick, and the style alone makes it worth $5. A cool little indie that does not get talked about enough. Then we got Warhammer Chaosbane Slayer Edition, 50% off for $30. This is a hack and slash action RPG set in the Warhammer fantasy universe. You are cutting through hordes of chaos enemies with a satisfying loot system, keeping you grinding for better gear. The Slayer Edition includes all the deal content. If you are into the Warhammer universe or just enjoy a good Diablo-style hack and slash, $30 for the complete package is solid value. Then we got LEGO 2K Drive Cross Gen Standard Edition, 50% off for $20. This is the open world LEGO racing game that takes the fun of LEGO building and combines it with kart-style racing across a big colorful world. You can actually build your own custom vehicles, which is a really fun addition. $20 for this is a decent deal, especially if you have younger kids who enjoy both LEGO and racing games. Now we are getting to the free games, and this one is massive. Overcooked All You Can Eat is completely free right now, was $40. Both Overcooked 1 and 2, plus all the DLC in one package for absolutely nothing. Chaotic kitchen co-op, where you and friends are desperately trying to cook and serve orders in increasingly insane kitchen environments. If you have never played Overcooked, this is just an instant download. Do not even think about it.
Weapons Live.
And then we got Blindfire, completely free, was $9. This is a genuinely unique competitive multiplayer shooter where the entire game is played in the dark. You cannot see the map or other players unless you fire your weapon, which lights you up and gives away your position. It is a clever concept that creates a completely different kind of tension to any other shooter out there. And it is completely free right now, so there is absolutely no reason not to download it and give it a shot. Let me know which game or games you like the most. Also, if you find this video helpful, do subscribe to support the content.